quick shout out to our sponsors, Englesey Family Chiropractic. He is in Coeur d'Alene and Spokane Valley. Dr. Englesey is amazing. I've known him for 30 plus years. He helped me to get feeling great after not seeing a chiropractor ever in my life. He was the first one I saw, and I am feeling great because of him. Go check him out. Englesey Family Chiropractic. Taigatu Clothing Company. It's a lifestyle brand based out here in the Pacific Northwest, owned and operated by two brothers. I love this brand because they started in their garage as a hobby and they've blown this thing up. Look, their motto is freedom from ordinary. I definitely recommend you go check out Taigatu Clothing Company. Rewebbed Inc. It's a family and veteran-owned full-service digital agency. I've been working with these guys for a while, and there's a few things that I can tell you about them. They're very trustworthy, they're transparent, and they're honest. They're on this mission to help small businesses grow and get modern without losing the value that actually built those businesses. They're definitely worth your time. Go check them out, rewebbed.com. Dre, you're a father, a coach, an MMA fighter, and so much more, man. Thank you again for taking time out of your day, man. I really appreciate it.
No problem. I'm glad to be on here.
I like to start back at the beginning, man. Where'd you grow up? What was childhood like for you?
I was born in Tennessee, and then I left here about the age of 4, and I moved with my mom to Houston. So that was pretty fun living down there for 10, 15 years. It's pretty good over there. So it's hot. It's really hot down there. So I really, main things I did to keep myself busy was play sports. I did a lot of football, played a lot of track. So I love track. Track was so much fun.
Yeah.
And, you know, Texas being a football state, if you didn't play football in Texas, you were considered, you know, weak or whatever.
Okay.
So you had, if you was a boy, you had to play football. Like you had no say so, you had nothing.
Wow.
So it was fun though. I miss it sometimes.
Yeah. So how did you get introduced to MMA, and then why did you decide to kind of pursue it that route?
I had a car wreck, and that's the reason why I lost my eye.
Okay.
I was watching on TV and saw these guys fighting on UFC, and I know UFC's been around for a while, and I knew it'd been around for a while, never interested. But for some reason, after like the whole eye thing, I was like, man, I could probably try that. Let me see if I can do that.
Yeah.
Started looking up gyms, and I met one person, and he introduced me to everybody, and I've been with the same team ever since. And maybe about 7, 8 months of training. Like I was there every single day, and you know, train with the top of the line guys sometimes. They was like, "Hey, you want to fight?" I had no intention of fighting. I had no intention of fighting. I was like, "Sure, I'll give it a try." And then next thing you know, I'm fighting. And then went through a period where I couldn't fight in Tennessee, and then now 4 years later, here I am.
Okay. And what was the reaction from your friends and your family? Like, hey, I want to go do this thing and step into a cage and get locked across from somebody, and we want to actually try to hurt somebody.
My family didn't really care. My grandma and my mom were like, "Oh, that's cool. You should do it. We can't wait to see you fight."
That's awesome.
My grandfather and my father was like, "No, you can't fight. That's dangerous. Why would you do this? Why would you take yourself to that?" And my cousins and friends were like, "Dude, that's awesome." But it's kind of weird that the ladies in my life were like, "Oh, you could definitely do it. I want you to fight. You would do good at it." And then the men in my life were like, "No, you shouldn't do that. That's just dumb."
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It was very weird. But now they're cool with it. So
That's awesome. Did you ever have, I mean, after the car accident, things like that, did you ever have pushback from, you know, promotions or other fighters you're trying to fight saying, "Hey man, I don't want to fight you. You've got, you know, the accident and the eye and things like that," or has everyone always been like, "Hey, let's do this"?
I honestly think people pick to fight me in the beginning because they was like, "Oh, he's got one eye," and then like it'll be easy. All we gotta do is just throw left hooks to his side. So, and that's what people do. And then every single time it does not work for them, so they have to come up with something else. So no one's ever been like, "No, he has one eye. I'm not gonna fight him."
Yeah.
Purpose and no, I've never experienced nothing like that. I've experienced people tell me no because of the gym I come from or because of the record I have. So.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And you have this nickname, and I hopefully I'll sound it out right, but is it Draku?
Yeah.
How did you get the nickname, or is that your full name?
My strength and conditioning, well, our strength and conditioning coach, he he's a big anime nerd too. So like,
Okay.
and we were talking about like favorite animes because two of my friends is, they're big anime nerds and their characters are like revolved around their anime people, and like they're always doing something in in a strength and conditioning to where it's like abnormally just like doesn't look like it can be done.
Yeah.
So I was like, I could probably do that. And then next thing you know, he's like, Goku. And it was like Draku. And that was the end of it. And
That was
so he's the one that gave me that nickname. Because I don't know
okay.
what I did. I did something because there was one week I got to work out with Vince. And we was all doing a group workout. And then something Vince couldn't do, or Vince made it look easy. And he was like, Nick, can't nobody do this? And Frank was like, I bet you Drake could do it. I was like, yeah, I can do it.
All of your pro fights, they've been with Valor Fighting Championships. I mean, I've heard just absolutely great things about that promotion, but what's been your experience working with those guys?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's a very great company, and people come out and they show support because it's not really much of an MMA scene in Knoxville. Like there's a lot of gyms,
Yeah.
but there's not that many like sports out here. So I mean, you got the balls and they're all their sports, but then other than that, you don't have anything. And what's better than watching on Friday night, watching a bunch of people fight? You get drunk, get to watch fights, and then there you go. I mean, you win.
Every fighter loses eventually in MMA, and you have 3 losses on your record. Well, what do you take from losses? Do you take those as learn and then move on, or do you like look at those and go, hey, I want to run those back at some point?
I'll say this: the first 2 I lost, I was like, yeah, I kind of chalked those up. As one loss, I was like, I could have won that fight, and then I got caught up in what happened during the fight. The second one, I was like, oh yeah, I lost because I took myself out of it. Like mentally, I was out of it. The third fight, I was like, I would definitely run that one back because I've heard stuff. I've not watched the film on it because that's one thing I don't do. I really won't watch myself fight if I lose, if I win, really. And that third fight against Cody, I was like, yeah, I would run that back in a heartbeat. I was like, I lost, and then I came into the gym that Monday and started working, and I was like, I want to figure out how he beat me. And then ever since then, it's just been a constant motivator to like get back to where that was at.
Yep. Yeah. You just touched base briefly on this, but like mentally, such an important factor when it comes to fighting as much as it is physical. What do you do to prepare mentally for your fights?
We do a lot of meditating in our gym.
Yeah.
So we all have this Headspace app, and we use that a lot and try to use some visualization. So it's basically you just put yourself there before you've been there. It's kind of weird, but it works out a lot. So if I can do that at least 2 or 3 times a week, I'm good to go. I can mellow out and I don't have to worry about it. And I can actually just go in there and just do my job.
Right. I noticed that you post a lot of motivational, inspirational quotes on Instagram and things like that. Who motivates and inspires you?
My family.
Okay.
Before my wife and my kids, I was like, okay, I can fight, I could do whatever and be like, all right, this is fun, But then I met them and things started happening. I was like, man, I gotta get more out of it. So I gotta push myself more. So it's really them and then the people around me at the gym, all the pro fighters, because we all like lean on each other and we always trying to be like, hey, you can do better. You can do better. And like you need to do better. And, the whole climate at the gym has just been like, find your motivation, find what makes it happen for you. Pretty much find your why and then capitalize on it. And I post motivational stuff because like everybody on Facebook is always negative. It's either about Trump or it's about, Jeffrey Epstein or it's about stupid stuff online. It's like or Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. It's like, you guys are not the solution. You're not helping the situation. You're crying on it. If you don't have a solution, shut up and go mind your business.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I agree.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. And always a fun question to ask, but what's the favorite part about being a dad for you?
I'm a dad of 3 boys, so they do tend to fight a lot. And there's times of the day because they all take class with me. Like I teach my oldest 2 and my youngest does another class. But whenever they start fighting, I like catch myself and like trying to break them up or tell them stop. And then there's sometimes like I want them to like just go and fight because I just want to be like, just do something. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I went from being a parent to being like, no, I don't want my kids fighting. To be like, yes, I want you and your brothers to go at it. Like we got a trampoline out there and everything. It's like, go out there and handle your business out there.
Yeah. Oh, that's great, dude.
Other than that, it's just being around them and, you know, watching them grow up and seeing their personalities come out, you know. And then trying to help raise them is trying to help show them how to be a man is kind of hard. So.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, I wanted to shift to some fun questions here for us. I've got these things called pod decks. Essentially, they're just random questions for us podcasters. I'm going to pull one out, and hopefully it's not a flop. Hopefully it's a good one here. We'll see what it says. Describe your perfect day.
My perfect day, I get to sleep in until training time. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, anytime. Saturdays is my perfect day because that means I don't get to do nothing. I just be around my family. Then that's it. I really won't do much on Saturdays. You know, that's the perfect Saturday. You wake up, you get to eat breakfast with your family, y'all go do something, go swimming or go wherever, and then just mellow out for the rest of the day.
Yeah. I'm a music guy, so I always love to ask this question. What's a favorite type of music, or do you have a favorite band that you like to listen to?
I have a lot of different music. Like if I had showed you my Spotify thing, you'd be like, "Wait a minute, it's not the same person." I listen from anybody from like, you know, the new rap artists to like Tupac to like Korn. It's just all over the place. It's a lot. It really is.
Yeah. I used to just be straight metal in the early days, and then it was like I worked for Universal Records for a while, and it kind of opened my eyes to listen to more country and some hip hop and rap and things like that, man. And so I'm all over the place as well.
Yeah, I won't listen to country. I can't do it. I tried. I can't do it. Too depressing. Everybody sounds the same. I can't do it.
Yep, absolutely. Last question for you: what's a go-to dessert for you?
Banana pudding.
Okay, nice, man. Well, Dre, I also wanted to give you an opportunity to give a shout out to coaches, teammates, sponsors, anything like that, man. The camera's all yours, bro.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on. Give a shout out to Frankie's Body Shop for keeping me tipped off shape. Chloe Padilla, Frankie Padilla. Shout out to Knoxville Martial Arts Academy, my home gym. You know, headed by Eric Turner and Joey Zonar. All my teammates: James Adcock, Asian Persuasion, Jason King. Emily King. God, there's a lot of people. Not everybody that helped me do anything. Anybody that I helped do anything. Who else? So, my family K, my three boys, Cameron, Jordan, and Uriah. Those three, those four. You know, they push me more than anything. That's pretty much it. Like, I don't really have too many sponsors. Hydrate. This is a good sponsor. RDX, Hawk Boxing, they just signed on. We just got together and started working on some stuff. Still in the work from trying to get more sponsors, so my list is not that long. Sorry.
No, man, that's great, dude. Dre, it's such an honor to have you on my show, man. I love talking to people and hearing their stories, man, and I so appreciate just taking the time and joining me today, man. Thank you so much.
No, I appreciate you having me, man. You got really good content on your page. I was checking you out.
Oh, thank you, man. I so appreciate it. And, man, looking forward to seeing you back in the cage, hopefully sooner than later.
Me too.
Hey, thanks for watching the show today. I really appreciate it. Hey, if this show moved you or made an impact on you or inspired or motivated you, that's my goal. Please go leave us a review and a rating wherever you heard or watched this show. Leave a comment. I'll respond to all of the comments. I'm so grateful for you. Please go share this video as well. Thank you again for your time. Have a great day.